Hello everyone, Alec Alger the Side Quest Gamer here, and one of the more interesting questions I got from my friends on Skype when talking to them was, why don't I review side quests? And I think that is a pretty good idea. I mean, it hasn't been done before by other people, well, except in different variations of it, but it's not just focused on side quests or anything like that. It's usually focused on the entire game. So in this series, I'll show you how to beat many of these side quests and discuss whether they're worth playing through. Knock yourself out, meaning that you could if you want to, but it won't really help you out in the long run. Or don't even bother, meaning the frustration of completing the side quest is just not worth it. For the first episode, I'll be covering Mega Man X2, one of my favorite games of all time. I'll be covering the heart containers, the sub-tanks, the light capsules, the Shoryuken, and the X-Hunter side quests, and discuss whether they're worth playing through or worth skipping, or knock yourself out, meaning you could if you wanted to. Let's roll the footage and check out these side quests. Okay, for Wire Sponge's stage, you just need opposable thumbs to press buttons and knowledge of the high jump. For Heart Container 1, just jump on the left, and the intention was that you would have the helmet upgrade, but why bother when it's just so easy to find? There, good luck fighting Wire Sponge now with that much health, you pro gamer. For Sub-Tank 1, when you get to those floating walls, high jump off the first one onto that hollowed out tree, climb into the opening, and then dash to the metal platforms. Get the life if you want, and then dash again to the neighboring metal platform to get that lovely Sub-Tank on top. Wire Sponge's stage is done! Moving on! Alright, for Wheel Gator stage, you technically need the air dash for the arm upgrade and the flame ability for the heart container, but I can show you how to break that sequence for those. For the arm upgrade, you just need the wire ability to latch onto the wall and quickly wall jump. It takes a lot of tries, but trust me, it'll make Wheel Gator a lot less annoying. Plus now you can charge acquired abilities. And as for Heart Container 2, you technically need the air dash in addition to the charge flame ability, provided if you had the arm upgrade to even charge acquired abilities. But if you can lure an enemy projectile to hit you at the furthest point, you'll use the invincibility frame to wall jump to the spikes and get the heart container without dying. It's not cheating if it's in the game. We're moving on to Bubble Crab stage. Before descending down the hatch, be sure to wall jump the rock wall on the right and high jump to get on those floating platforms in order to get the heart container. But as for the sub-tank, you need to beat Bubble Crab for his ability and have the arm upgrade so he can return to that level again, and at this point of the level, charge the bubble ability to be surrounded by buoyant bubbles, bubble jump to the surface and then jump there, and then you'll have your sub-tank number 2. Moving on to Flame Stag stage. Jump on top of the Stag beetle if I'm not mistaken, and then when it reaches to the top, dash to the left, and then you'll get sub-tank number 3. Now you're more than prepared for the X-Hunters, but not when you're the completionist type. As for Heart Tank 4, quickly jump up the walls at the area where the lava starts to rise, and then have Wheel Gator's ability equipped. When the barrier comes down, use the blade to quickly destroy it. Quickly get the heart container and out before the lava cinches Mega Man X, because for some reason, a futuristic robot like him can't even take the heat. Defective Dr. Light model. Long live the Dr. Wily Master Race. Moving on to Morph Moth stage. First off, you'll need Crystal Snail's crystal ability in order to crystallize an enemy robot into a platform so he can use it to get the heart container there. You'll have to backtrack for that one, but once you do, climb to the top and there's a heart tank. Now right after that, there's an area you'll need Wheel Gator's saw blade to cut away a floor that leads to Dr. Light's armor upgrade that has the situational G-Crush. But this upgrade also cuts damage in half, so I can't really complain. And oh boy, Magnus Centipede stage. This is gonna be fun. And can you detect the sarcasm? For this one, the flame ability and the air dash are required to get both the heart tank and the sub tank. For this one, just use the flame dash, but if you activate security, don't destroy that particular blast block. Just go away and come back and use the flame dash, while jump off the dormant security block, and boom, easy heart tank. The next one, you'll need the air dash and then follow up with a flame dash. This one always gave me a little trouble, but I can get it within 4 tries usually. And that's your last sub tank. Okay, we got all 4 sub-tanks. It's a great way to store health, especially for the very final boss. That second phase goes on forever and ever, draining your health away if you're not careful. But those 4 sub-tanks will make the game a lot more forgiving, so I say this side quest is definitely worth it. But we're not quite done yet. We still gotta collect the remaining heart containers and the last of the Dr. Light capsule abilities. Moving on to Crystal Snail stage, you just need quick reflexes, anger management skills, and the wire ability. For this notorious sub-tank that everyone seems to hate, you need to slide down, equip the wire ability, get the mech armor, climb up the slope, go down the pit, but hug the left wall, you'll be in the gap. Now stand a third from the left, dash jump with the mech armor, and at the height of the mech armor's jump, hover. Then as soon as it stops hovering and runs out of power and the armor plummets, press up and jump out to the left, and be sure your wire is equipped. Attach it to the wall and quickly wall jump, and if you did it right, you should get heart piece number 7. Now as for the light capsule, after the crystal bot mid-boss and the slide where you get chased by a green platform, there's a large pit that will require you to go down and slide on the left, and you'll find the light capsule that has the helmet upgrade. This will help you find items, but you don't really need it since, well, you're watching this video in its entirety, right? Right? And as for the last main light capsule and heart container, we're in Overdrive Ostrich's stage, and this is pretty fun. For the heart container, you'll need the motorbike that's in the level already. Just getting it to that location is the tricky part. For the heart container, you'll need to ride a motorbike to the second building in this level, but you'll have to shoot down the ramps in order to use them to boost jump off them so you can get your bike to that location. If you do crash your bike, you can always backtrack to get a new one unless you're at the second building. Then you get to that point where the floor descends and then ascends. When you're on an ascending platform, quickly boost in order to have your bike in the spiked area with the heart container. Be sure to turn around after getting it, or you'll die just like me. But afterwards, when you reach an area where the wall on the right has a section blocked by gray blocks, jump to it and use the blade power-up on those blocks. Then you'll have the air dash power-up. For all the heart containers, it's not really a requirement to easily beat the game, but every little bit does help indeed. So I'd say this side quest is worth it. They're not too hard to find, and it doesn't distract from the main quest, which is going through all 8 Mavericks and then beating the X-Hunters in their stages. And as for the light capsules, it's definitely worth your time to get all 4 upgrades. They'll help you out in the X-Hunter Fortress levels, and it'll definitely help you out on the boss battles ahead. But we do have 2 more side quests to talk about. In X-Hunter Stage 3, if you have all the heart containers, sub-tanks, and upgrades, you'll have the opportunity to attempt the cluster obstacle course that is the road to the Street Fighter 2 Easter egg upgrade known as the Shoryuken. First, crystallize the bat so you can jump off it to reach the ladder on top. Take the 1-up because you'll need it for the many times you'll die in that one-hit kill spiked area. Kill the shield enemy but have full health, and be sure to keep it that way when you traverse through this area. Crystallize the bats, land on the crystals, and then air dash off them to get to that platform. Kill the incoming enemies and don't let any of them touch you. Air dash between the spikes carefully, and then the trickiest part, the air dash spikes. Charge your flame ability so you can flame dash to the right first, and then quickly air dash to the left. I died so many freaking times in this course, but if you do all this successfully, slide down to the left wall and you'll reach a Dr. Light capsule where Light acts really weird and upgrades you with the Shoryuken you can activate by pressing down right, but you can only do this at full health, making Agile Phase 2 a total pushover. Accounting for the frustration I had to endure in order to get the Shoryuken in the first place, I'd say knock yourself out. It's not really a requirement to beat the game. In fact, I'd say it's way overpowered. It kind of breaks the game, to be honest, and I never go for it every single playthrough of X2, to be perfectly honest. Although, it's not like for your valiant efforts you go unrewarded. It's a pretty decent reward for going through that obstacle course. But we have to do one more side quest. The final side quest. Oh boy, this is the side quest you've all been waiting for. The X-Hunters. After beating your second Maverick of choice, 3 optional to fight Mavericks known as the X-Hunters challenge you to fight them in whatever random stage they land in. Violin is weak to bubbles, Sergis is weak to overdrive boomerangs, and Agile is weak to magnet mine. The tricky part is to fight them in a way that's most convenient for you, where you do have the powers to defeat them. If you do beat a stage they land in without fighting them, you'll abort the side quest and won't be able to get one of 3 parts from that X-Hunter needed to reassemble that deceased Zero. So I have to dishonor the rock, paper, scissors code of Mega Man and fight bosses like Overdrive Ostrich out of order. It's not too bad if you have sub-tanks handy and increased health from previously collected heart containers, but if you do beat all 3 X-Hunters, Dr. Kane will reassemble Zero and you won't have to fight him as the second to last boss in the game, but if you fail to collect all 3 parts, you'll have to fight Zero, but he is a total pushover with a flame ability. Plus, no matter what, Zero will always be alive and the ending is the same. As much as I enjoy fighting the X-Hunters on every X2 playthrough, I say this is a knock yourself out side quest because the payoff where you don't have to fight Zero is kind of disappointing because if you do fight him, he's very easy. He goes down in less than a minute with Flame Stag's ability. So, knock yourself out. It's harmless if you fight the X-Hunters, but it doesn't even change the ending at all. The ending is the exact same. Thank you guys so much for joining me on the first episode of SideQuest. This will probably be a monthly series. I'll probably do 10 a year at most, because these are scripting and editing intensive. But anyways, I hope you enjoy X2 as much as I did. Go have some fun with it now that you know the knowledge of every heart piece, every sub-tank, all the other collectibles as well as side quests. Go enjoy Mega Man X2 right now that you have the knowledge. Knowledge is power after all.